Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, June 6, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to see the S&P 500 E-mini futures trading higher today by about 6 points. They were even a little bit higher before the initial weekly jobless claim number came out, but still not too bad today. They're up about 6 points at the moment. Yesterday, the market was hammered to the downside. The S&P was down about 22.5 points by the end of the day. The Nasdaq was down over 43 points, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average obviously down over 200 points. So today we probably are going to look for a more subdued trading session. Often after a sharp down move or a sharp up move, the next trading session is a little bit more on the quiet side, but the market still really coming under some pressure for the first time in a long time over the past 2 weeks. So we'll see how today plays out. Expect some volatility in this market. I think that's what we continue to see, and that's what we should continue to see. Right now, you do have a lot of news out today. If you look at the European markets, the ECB, European Central Bank, they left their key benchmark interest rate unchanged at 0.5%. Also, the Bank of England left its key interest rate an asset purchase program, their quantitative easing program, at 0.5% and also 375 billion pounds. So again, Europe really isn't looking to take much action at the moment. There are comments being made by Mario Draghi at the moment. All these comments always can move the markets. You never know what these guys are going to say. But out of the European Union, you did have some weak economic data. German manufacturing orders declined by 2.3% in the month of April, and that is a pretty steep decline. I don't think people were expecting that, and it just goes to show you that there is a recession, severe recession in the European Union, regardless if people want to address it or not. Taking a look at the European markets this morning, they are all trading higher across the board. You do have the German DAX trading up about 0.4%. French CAC 40 is trading up 0.6%. The Milan market, the FTSE MIB, is trading flat on the session. And then you have Spain trading up 1.2% on the day. So right now the ECB is holding up pretty well. But that could all change in a heartbeat if the U.S. markets start to falter. Very, very often the U.S. markets are the lead dance partner for the European markets. If you take a look at the FTSE 100, which is England, they can print their own money. They are flat this morning. So not a pretty picture when you look at the economic data, but the markets are holding up okay. If you take a look at Asia last night, you had the Nikkei 225 finished down almost 0.9%. That market did close below the psychological 13,000 level. It is now down, I believe, 20% for the from the most recent high in about 11 days. So in 11 sessions, Nikkei is down about 20%, and that is a crash. Taking a look at the Shanghai index, which is probably the most important index out there, that is down 1.27% last night. So the Shanghai index falling pretty decently, trading down about 1.27% by the close last night. That's a pretty ugly decline. You also had Singapore down about 1.5%. So that's a little bit unusual to see. Usually that index will be a little bit more stable. But the FTSE Straight Times Index, which is Singapore, finishing down 1.54%. That's a pretty good decline last night in that market. And then you have the Bombay Sensex Index just down about 0.25%. Nothing terrible there, but it has been weak as of late. So that's what we're looking at. And we are starting to see just a lot of weakness really across the board around the world, and that's really what it's coming down to. Looking at a few other things here this morning, you do have these markets starting to fade again, and you can see now we're just up about 5 points. Markets were up about 8.5 earlier. So again, expect that volatile trading session. Don't shy away from that. Just expect the volatility. It's made a great day trading market for us, so hopefully that will continue going forward. Looking at gold and silver this morning. What you're going to see here is that gold is trading up by about $5. Nothing great, nothing terrible. Oil is also inflating higher by about a half a point to $94.25 a barrel. So gold and oil both trading up a little bit. Let's take a look at the GLD, which is a good representative of gold. And here you'll see it's trading right around the 135.64 level. Did trade to 136, but has pulled back off of that level. Let's take a look at the USO, which is a good proxy for light sweet crude, and you'll see that's trading up to around 33.52. Closed at 33.26 yesterday, so that's up about a quarter already, and a decent little move there. I don't know if we can make too much out of it, but one thing I will say is that again, expect more volatility in this market going forward. We do have some stocks out here. We're going to have a few gap plays this morning, so those trades will be posted up in the chat room right around 9 o'clock in the morning. We do have some big movers in both directions. Some are down, some are up, but it should make for a decent morning going forward, as we do have some gap plays. There is a rumor out there about SodaStream. It looks like they were going to be bought out by Pepsi. It looks like Pepsi has denied that rumor, and the stock is getting slammed back down. But it was up in the pre-market as much as $100, and now it's trading back down to $74.25. Apparently, it's a false rumor, but hey, you just never know with these things. So again, leave that one. I'm going to leave that one alone personally. I don't see any real reason to get involved in it. But nonetheless, it was a rumor that the stock was bought out. You can see it traded all the way up to $100, and then it has sold back down to around $74. But Pepsi has denied the rumor. So again, SodaStream is not being bought out by Pepsi, at least not today. Pepsi has denied the rumor that there's no deal in place. So usually that's a pretty good indication that nothing's going to happen there for a little while. But we'll see how that plays out. And again, there's just a lot of news out here, just a lot going on, and traders, just be on your toes. We'll see how this market plays out today. With that said, I'm going to leave it there, short and sweet. Again, gap trades will be posted in the chat room at 9 a.m. I'll see everybody on the charts. Take care now.